U.S. Open talk. Starting tomorrow. It is on the West Coast. Some late tee times for us Eastern boys, which I love. Let's get into the course a little bit here. Los Angeles Country Club North course. Par 70, 1927. Redesigned in 2010. Hasn't hosted a PGA event since 1940, so basically a fresh slate here. Fast and firm, blind shots, sloping fairways, thick Bermuda rough. Okay, that's going to play pretty tough, right? 5 par 3s, 3 par 5s, 2 are reachable. 3 par 4s over 500 yards. Those are going to be tough. That's where we're going to see a lot of our high scores. Guys have to use these par 5s to their advantage this week. Greens are bent grass, back to front slope on most of them. Past winners, Fitzy, 6 under last year. Rahm, 6 under in 2021. Bryson, 6 under in 2020. And Gary Woodland, 13 under in 2019. That's probably an outlier. I would say 6 under probably wins this week. BetMGM slips. BetMGM slips. Splits. What sticks out to me here? A lot of Koepka love. A lot of Max Homa love. Cam Smith love a little bit there. Sure. Morikawa love, even though he's really not played great. Who's not getting some Phil love. A lot of Phil love. Who's not getting much love here? Looks like Rory's not getting a ton. Cantley not getting a lot of love. Finau not getting a lot of love. Cameron Young, Justin Rose, Fitzy, Matsuyama. Not a ton of love out of those guys. Very interesting. Take that with a grain of salt. Don't understand the Homa love. Me either, man. Me either. He plays really well in California. That's all I could say on that. He's from California. I believe he's placed top 10 in 4 of the 5 tournaments he's played in California. Sure. He's a little due. Sure. Hasn't impressed me at all. It's not Homa week, in my opinion. Every week I pick 3 to 4 things that I think are what gives these guys the best chance to win, right? This week, strokes gained at majors from 2019 and on. How do they play in these big events? That's what I really care about at the end of the day, okay? Number 2, strokes gained off the tee. The last 7 winners all ranked inside the top 5 heading into the U.S. Open. So that's a big one to look into this week. Number 3, strokes gained tee to green at the PGA Championship a few weeks ago. The last 4 winners gained over 7 strokes tee to green at the PGA Championship that same month. So seems like there's some correlation there. Looking to get into that. And 4th and finally, strokes gained per round in the last 3 months. The last 10 U.S. Open winners averaged 1.92 strokes gained per round in that 3-month span. Looking to dive into that. Finau, sneaky this week. Very sneaky. I completely agree. On that fourth key here, strokes gained per round. Last 10 U.S. Open winners, 1.92 strokes gained per round last 3 months prior to winning. If you're a big believer in this, these are your guys. Look at Scheffler. 3.06. That is crazy. Koepka, Xander, Cantlay, Hovland, Rory, Rombo, Tyrrell Hatton been on a tear, and Jordan. Very interesting. Okay. So here are those 4 things. And here are some guys that I like this week and how they stack up in these categories. Strokes gained at majors. Koepka won, of course. Dominates the majors. Scotty right there. Look at that. 2-1-1-1. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Absolutely crazy. Some guys who also play well at the majors. Strokes gained wise. Shane Lowry. Justin Rose down there. Spieth. Cam Davis, right? I will say, so this is just strokes gained. This is not performance. Rory has performed and scored a lot better than what his 46 rank in strokes gained at majors implies. Okay? So take that as you will. Scheffler, man. Absolutely unreal. Hovland's been great. Koepka, been great. Cam Davis. Look at that. 9th strokes gained off the tee. 4th strokes gained to the PGA. Love that. Shane Lowry, sneaky right there. Love the Rory. Second strokes game off the tee. I think it's a huge one this week. Even though I hate Patrick Cantlay, he's been playing some great golf. Okay. Let's get into it. Scotty Scheffler. 6-1 is very low for a field like this. I was thinking, do I wait and try and get a better number? I don't think we're going to get one. I think he could easily be a first round leader, top 5 guy, and just sit in that top 5, top 10 the entire way. And we're not going to get a better number than 6-1. Almost first in every category I'm looking for this week. The only thing you can say bad about him is just the odds, right? I don't want to lay 6-1 with all these guys. I'd rather have him than a Collin Morikawa at 25-1, with what he has shown and what he's done. Give me Scotty. Rory McIlroy. Rory. A lot of negative talk about his game right now. And I don't know why. 3 straight top 10s and 4 straight top 10s in this event. We've seen him. I think the talk is the crumbling. He's there come Sunday, and he hasn't made that push. I think this might be the week when no one is talking about him, no one is backing him again, that he does something cool. Second stroke staying off the tee, I think that's a good look. Rory's down to 12-1 in MGM. Interesting. These lines are all from DraftKings, by the way. Everything is from DraftKings. I try to just use one centralized book for you guys instead of just pulling all these crazy numbers from everywhere. One book, DraftKings, but shop, of course. Xander. I mean, sue me. This event historically feeds to a first-time major winner. Xander. Who was more due for a major than Xander, right? Third in strokes gained the last 3 months, 5 top 10s the last 7 starts, and he has finished outside the top 10 at this event only one time, and that was last year when he finished 14th. Unreal. I think this could be a week where Xander, after not a great PGA Championship, comes and shuts everyone up here. Spieth plays well in majors. Decent showing at the PGA. Underrated this week? I think so. I think he's a little underrated this week. 30-1, had that wrist injury, which I was a little worried about. Came out and absolutely ripped it last week. No concern for me. I like Jordan here, 30-1. Justin Rose, 45-1. Mr. Major, 7th in strokes gained in majors since 2019. Really good showing at the PGA. Great week last week. I mean, he was in second place going into the final day. Got a little unlucky on one of the holes, and that kind of threw him off for the rest. But this year, he's 3 top 10s, 6 top 25s. He's my long shot this week. I want someone who can play well in the majors. Sure, he's not great off the tee. Great in majors. Great in events like this. 45-1, I think, is a great look for Justin Rose. Fine bet on Rory as long as you cash out before Sunday. Touche. Guys I'm worried about. Patrick Cantlay. I can't do it, man. But this will be the week that he comes and absolutely burns me. He can't putt, man. He just can't do it. And remember I said that he will do it. Shane Lowry. Don't feel like he's always there come Sunday at these events. Well, he is there every Sunday at these events. It's absolutely crazy. I'm tired of betting on him, but I would shoot myself in the foot if he finally does it. Does he do it? Probably not. Is he better put up a top 20? Probably. Cam Davis, my favorite long shot this week. Laying him to win is probably a donation at the end of the day. He's like 125-1. But what if? Brooksy, Hovland. 2 big names here that I'm laying off this week. I don't think Brooks can do it again. I don't think he can do it again. But I am horrified of him. Hovland. Numbers are there. Won last week. It's really hard to win back-to-back weeks. Not sold on the putter either. I'm off Victor. This is what we're going to rock with. Thoughts on Cam Smith? I will get into that. Yes, sir. Scotty for a unit. We're going to risk 3.5 units of total this week. Scheffler, plus 600 for a unit. Rory, 1,600 for a half a unit. Xander, 18-1 for a half a unit. Jordan Spieth, 30-1 for a quarter of a unit. Justin Rose, 45-1 for a quarter of a unit. And my top Australian bet, Cam Davis, plus 750 for 3/4 a unit. So going back to this with this Cam Smith, he's going to have, so the Aussie this week, Cam Smith, Jason Day, Adam Scott, Minwoo Lee, and 2 other guys. I don't hate Cam Smith, but I'm really not sold on him. And how Cam Davis has played so far this year, numbers-wise, played well at the PGA in the majors. I think him having the 5th worst odds as top Australian is really crazy. I like Cam Smith this week to finish top Aussie. Plus 750. Okay. The value of routine, trusting your swing. I love this quote. We're on year 5 of this. Hit 7 winners last year. We're at 3 so far this year. What I do, I think, works. And this is it. You guys should just watch what I do every single week. Let's get a winner this week, boys. Before I take some questions, this is basically what I would, if you guys are in a US Open pool, this is what I like. These pools, you kind of got to get a little crazy because everyone's probably taking the top 2 guys, right? Got to dip your feet in the water a little bit, but this is what I would be going with. Any questions I'll answer in chat now about certain guys for pools, certain guys for whatever. Hovland's a good look in my opinion. Hovland is a great look, man. Hovland's a great look. I just can't back. He has worse odds than Rory and Cantlay, and I'm not sure if that's telling me something. I just don't trust the putter. I don't think he can go back to back. He's played great in majors. I mean, he's been in the top 10 the last 4 of the 5 tournaments. I just don't think it's the week, man. But you could be right. You could definitely be right. Do you like any 3 balls for tomorrow? Not a 3-ball guy. I used to do tournament matchups, but every book has different matchups, different odds, whatever. So I don't do that anymore. Just to try and keep everyone in the same playing field. But yeah, that's our field. These would be my US Open guys. Tier 1, Rory Xander. Don't think you can go wrong with, really anyone there. Tier 2, Lowry, Bryson. I think Bryson plays well this week. I talked about Shane Lowry. Tier 3, Reed. Patrick Reed. Sneaky around these events. Russell Henley. Good off the tee. Don't hate him here. Played well at the PGA. Tier 4, Woodland and Cam Davis. We know about Gary Woodland, of course. Cam Davis, I touched about. And my tier 5, here you just scratching to try and get 2 guys somehow in the top 20. I think Sepp Straka is not a bad look this week. Justin Suh, not a horrible name here, I think. And Francisco Molinari, kind of a major stud that people don't really know about. Is Adam Scott a decent long shot? I don't hate Adam Scott, man. And this kind of goes back to the Cam Davis top Australian. I'm just not in love with the Australians this week. And I'm going to get 750 on Cam Davis, who's played great in these situations. I don't hate Cam Smith. I don't hate Adam Scott. I don't hate Jason Day. Are they probably going to make the cut? Probably all 3 are. I just think they're going to be in the 30-40 range, and Cam Davis has the upside of going top 20 very quickly. There is a bet. It is top debutant on DraftKings. It is Cam Davis. He's the favorite at plus 250. I think that's a great bet, but only DraftKings offers the top debutant, so it's not on here, but I think that's a good look. Sepp Straka is so underrated. I completely agree. I had him in our where are we? Our big board here. 5th strokes gained to PGA. That sticks out to me. Strokes gained to majors, top 50. I'll take that any of the week. Not great off the tee, right? But we don't need him to be great at the tee if you have him in a US Open poll. No one's saying he's going to win, but I think he can sneak backdoor that top 20. I don't hate Substraka for that. But back to this, Hovland's there. I do think at the end of the day, one of these guys does win. Scheffler, Xander, Rory, Spieth. Those are my 4 guys that I think really have a great chance to win this week. And my Justin Rose long shot, if I'm going to get 45-1 on a guy like Rose, who's going to play great in the majors, he played great at the PGA. Opinion on Rahm. Right. So Rahm cashed for us on his last win. I like Jon Rahm. I really think his game is slowed up a little bit, and now is not the time to jump on yet. I would much rather have Scheffler over Rahm. No doubt in my mind. I was helping some guy out today with his poll, and it was called a poison pick, and it was Scheffler or Rahm. And he was like, who would you pick here? 1,000% I would rather have Scotty Scheffler over Jon Rahm. Rahm can put up a top 10, man. I think Scheffler's a way better look this week if you're going for a top favorite like that. Okay. Anything else, boys? As always, my DMs are always open. Value routine, trust your swing. Let's get a big winner this week, boys. I'll see you guys next Wednesday at 4:00. Capiche? Let's talk Sunday after we cash a big winner. Let's do it, boys.